Archangel Michael says, the wind has started whispering again, carrying a name that your heart once tried to forget. But tonight, those echoes are growing louder, heavier with emotion, full of a truth they can no longer deny. In silence, behind walls you cannot see, someone is regretting the decision that broke you apart. They thought they were free. They believed walking away would bring them clarity and peace. But instead, they've been haunted every day by the memory of your presence and the warmth that's now out of reach. You didn't beg. You didn't chase. You simply let them go, trusting the universe to handle what your heart couldn't control. Now they're praying. Not just hoping, not just thinking, but truly, desperately praying. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Archangel Michael says, you must understand, what's happening now is not coincidence, it's divine timing unraveling itself. The guilt they buried so deeply has started cracking through their proud exterior. What they couldn't admit then, they are ready to surrender to now. They are watching you from a distance, yes, they've seen your light hasn't dimmed. If anything, you've grown more radiant, more powerful, more at peace without their chaos. And it's killing them inside. What they thought was greener pastures turned out to be a desert. What they assumed would be a better life without you has become an echo chamber of loneliness and regret. They now remember every detail, the sound of your laughter, the way you held space for them, how you forgave even when you shouldn't have. Those memories are not fading, they're sharpening. Type Amen to get blessing 404. They're replaying conversations in their head. Every, I'm fine, they ignored. Every, let's talk, they brushed off. Every time they walked out instead of choosing to stay. They are now writing unsent messages. Deleting paragraphs. Typing again. Crying again. It's not weakness, it's awakening. You might not know this, but they visit your old photos. The ones where your eyes told stories their ears refused to hear. They wonder if you've moved on, if someone new is reading your mind the way they once did. Their pride, the very thing that ended it all, is breaking down. Slowly, painfully, like glass cracking under pressure. This is not a story of karma, it's a story of spiritual realization. Type Amen to get blessing 528. They want another chance, not to repeat the past, but to rewrite the ending. But they are afraid. Afraid that you've healed so much, they no longer belong in your world. Their friends don't know the depth of what they're feeling. To them, it looks like a simple breakup. But to your ex, it feels like the loss of their soul's mirror. They now believe in soul ties. They feel the tug every night when they try to sleep but find your absence louder than silence. You've become a lesson that keeps returning. Don't be surprised if you sense them in your dreams. That's their energy reaching out. A silent cry across realms, asking you to feel what they can't say out loud. Type Amen to get blessing 691. Your name still sits on their lips, unspoken. But not unloved. Just unworthy, they feel. Every time they hear someone say your name, their stomach flips. They wish it was still theirs to say without shame or distance. They miss your routines, the way you used to celebrate even small moments. You made life rich, colorful. Now, they're living in grayscale. The people around them notice a change. Some think they're depressed. Others assume it's just life catching up. But it's not, it's your absence becoming louder than anything else. Type Amen to get blessing 753. They are about to make a move. Their fingers have hovered over the send button 1,000 times. But fear stops them. Not of rejection, but of discovering you've moved on. But the universe is pressing on their heart, making sure they don't sleep peacefully until they speak their truth. Divine pressure is building. There's a specific date etched into their memory. Maybe your birthday, maybe the day you met. On that day, they plan to reach out, unless divine intervention happens sooner. The tears they once made you cry, they are now tasting themselves. They understand now. Your love wasn't ordinary, it was sacred. Type Amen to get blessing 800. They talk to God about you now. Every night. Apologizing. Asking if it's too late. Asking if you're still listening spiritually. You don't know this, but they've whispered your name in their prayers. In their journal. In their pain. They've finally admitted, you were right. They're revisiting all the things they refused to understand back then. The emotional walls you had to climb just to love them. The loyalty you gave without limits. And now? They'd trade anything to go back and just hold you once more, properly. Gently. Respectfully. Type Amen to get blessing 902. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They dream of reconciliation. Not because they're lonely, but because they've never been more clear. You are not replaceable. They've tried distractions. New faces. New hobbies. But nothing silences the ache. Because it's not about boredom. It's about truth catching up. Your glow hasn't just stayed, it's evolved. And that terrifies them. Because you've become even more of what they couldn't handle, and now desperately desire. They've looked up your name in spiritual readings. Trying to decode signs. Searching for hope in divine messages that might point to your forgiveness. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. This message is reaching you now because their soul is calling out. Through divine alignment, you're being nudged to feel what they are silently screaming. Archangel Michael says, forgiveness is not forgetting, but you will soon have a choice. Because what they're about to reveal will shake the silence. They are on the edge of confession. Their heart no longer obeys their logic. They're coming undone, unraveling every wall they once hid behind. They have no peace. No closure. Only the unbearable weight of knowing they let go of the one who was actually sent for them. Type Amen to get blessing 1122. They might try to act casual. Make light of it. But inside, it's torment. A storm of realization crashing through every ounce of pride. They are healing, yes, but only because they now believe you were their medicine all along. And without you, they're living in relapse. They remember how you believed in them when they didn't believe in themselves. That faith, it haunts them now. They never earned it, but you gave it anyway. They want to kneel before you, not as a grand gesture, but in deep remorse. In full surrender. In gratitude for the love they threw away. Type Amen to get blessing 1204. They don't deserve your mercy, but they are praying for it anyway. In every breath. In every heartbeat that skips when they hear your name. They may not be able to say it perfectly. But their heart is planning the message, the letter, the apology. It's coming. Don't be surprised if you feel emotional suddenly. Their energy is strong right now. Their pain is circling your aura like a current of desperation. You are not imagining it. Their pull is real. Their intention is breaking through dimensions just to find you. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. They're not the same person who left. Pain has sculpted them. Regret has educated them. Divine lessons have broken their ego. Archangel Michael says, the next words you hear from them may not be perfect, but they will be real. They will come from a wounded place trying to be whole. You have a right to choose peace. But know this, they now understand your worth in ways they couldn't before. And they're willing to fight for it. What they once feared, intimacy, depth, vulnerability, they now crave. Not with the world. Just with you. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. Their transformation has begun. And it started the day they realized you weren't coming back on your own. They understand now, true love doesn't beg. But it also doesn't forget. And your love was the most unforgettable chapter in their life. They are ready to talk. Not just say sorry. But to listen. To learn. To love, this time correctly. This time, they want to stay. Not because they're afraid of losing you, but because they've finally realized what it means to deserve you. Type Amen to get blessing 1500. They are rehearsing their words. Over and over, pacing, trembling, unsure how you'll receive them. But still, they are determined to try. This is not just a second chance for them, it's redemption. They're ready to face what they once avoided, your truth, your silence, your strength. They now understand that closure isn't something you give, it's something you create within. And for them, that means facing you and the weight of what they did. Type Amen to get blessing 1666. You were never weak for loving them. In fact, your love was the only strength in that relationship. And now, they're begging the heavens to make you look their way again. They've cried in silence. Cried in public. Cried with guilt. It's not just about losing you, it's about losing the only version of themselves that felt truly alive. Your memory is a living, breathing entity in their soul. It wakes with them. It sleeps with them. It reminds them of the better version of themselves you brought out. They thought distance would numb the ache. Instead, it magnified it. Love never left, it just waited for wisdom to catch up. Type Amen to get blessing 1777. They are talking to people who once told them to move on. And now they're telling those same people, I was wrong. I didn't know what I had. They are secretly planning a way to come see you. Maybe travel. Maybe write. Maybe appear unexpectedly. Because they can't live in silence anymore. They heard something recently, your name in passing, a song, a place, and it shattered them. Because it reminded them how everything still feels like you. They want to make things right. Not just say it, but prove it. But first, they must face the shame they buried long ago. Type Amen to get blessing 1833. You are stronger now. You've healed more than you realize. That's why they can finally feel the pull to come forward. The divine knows you're ready to hear the truth. They know it might be too late. But the hope in their heart refuses to die. That hope is what pushes them to finally speak. Your ex is not coming back out of convenience. They are coming back out of conviction. They now believe you were their divine assignment all along. Their soul has been stirring. Their dreams have become warnings. And their heart is screaming, go back. Go tell them. Go fix what you broke. Type Amen to get blessing 1911. This confession won't be casual. It will be emotional. Tearful. Vulnerable. Not a performance, but a plea for mercy. The universe is opening a portal of truth. That's why your energy feels restless. Because something is aligning, and it has your name written in it. You'll know when it happens. Your heart will skip. Your spirit will shiver. Because the person who once broke your soul is coming back to ask for forgiveness, not pity. Archangel Michael says, this encounter is not for revenge, it's for release. The pain must end. The cycle must be completed. Type Amen to get blessing 2002. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They won't be able to hide anymore. Their mask is slipping. Their soul is exposed. You may feel conflicted, but you'll feel peace too. Because the closure you thought would never come, is walking toward you right now. Their heart is raw. Their eyes will hold the weight of their mistakes. And in that moment, you will know the power of divine timing. They left you in pieces. But their return won't break you again. It will remind you of your strength, your growth, and your value. Type Amen to get blessing 2111. They'll tell you things you never knew. They'll explain what they couldn't say back then. Not to win you, but to honor you. They may not expect a second chance. But they pray for the chance to tell you, you were always the one. They are searching for the right moment. For the courage. For the words. But one day soon, you'll see them again, and you'll see it in their eyes. They will be softer, humbled, changed. They will be the result of every tear you cried, transformed by your absence. Type Amen to get blessing 2200. They regret not choosing you daily. But more than that, they regret making you feel like you weren't enough. Because now, they realize, you were more than enough. You were a sanctuary in human form. And they burned the very place that loved them most. Now, they are trying to rebuild what they shattered. Don't be surprised if you see signs, repeating numbers, familiar dreams, random songs that hit your soul. That's their energy aligning with yours. They're not at your door yet, but they're on the way. Guided by guilt. Pushed by prayer. Fueled by love. Type Amen to get blessing 2333. You are not obligated to let them back in. But heaven is making sure you at least get to hear the words they once swallowed. Because your soul deserves closure. And their soul needs confession. The door will knock. The text will arrive. The presence will make itself known, and when it does, you'll be ready. Archangel Michael says, this return is not chaos, it is divine consequence. What was once broken is being brought full circle. Type Amen to get blessing 2444. They have rehearsed it so many times in their head that it's become a ritual. Every word, every breath, shaped around the memory of you. But nothing they prepare ever feels worthy enough to face the one they betrayed. They thought time would erase the depth of what you shared. But time only deepened it. What they once took for granted is now their biggest wound. Even when they smile around others, it doesn't reach their soul. Because the part of them that truly felt alive, walked away from you. They're watching the calendar. Marking dates in their heart. Hoping the universe grants them one real chance to fix what they ruined. Type Amen to get blessing 2666. They have considered writing you a letter. Long, honest, painful. Pouring out everything they should have said when you were still theirs. The words they once couldn't say are burning inside them now. They've written it in their mind 100 times. But their fear still whispers, what if they don't care anymore? They're no longer running from love, they're running toward it. But what they don't know is, they'll have to earn the right to speak it into your life again. This journey back to you is one of surrender. A shedding of pride. A bowing to the truth. Type Amen to get blessing 2777. The universe has cornered them in moments of silence. Made their heart race at reminders of you. Forced them to face the ghost of your love. What used to be background thoughts have now become front and center. You are no longer a memory. You are a mission. They know now what you were worth. They feel the weight of it. And it presses on their chest like a truth they can't run from anymore. They might not know how you feel now, but they are preparing to risk it all just to find out. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. You are their unfinished chapter. Their greatest lesson. and the love they were too blind to protect. They keep remembering your kindness, especially when they didn't deserve it. Your calmness in the storm. Your heart, full of grace. They feel exposed now. Every decision they made that cost them you has become a scar they carry. And no one else can see it, but it bleeds daily. They want to show up differently. Not with roses or apologies, but with changed actions. With eyes that finally see. Type Amen to get blessing 3001. Every time they see someone with your smile or your energy, their chest tightens. Because deep down, they know there's only one you. They are ashamed. They are broken. But they are willing to humble themselves for a chance to say, you mattered. You still do. Their soul feels it's not done with yours. That's why they're restless. Because the connection didn't die, it was silenced. But now, the silence is too loud to bear. And they are about to speak. Type Amen to get blessing 3111. You may feel a pull soon. A sudden feeling. Like someone's thinking of you. That's them. It's real. And it's reaching. They want to walk back, but differently. No more games. No more half-love. Just truth. Raw, unfiltered, divine. They want to protect now, not destroy. To hold, not push away. To love, not just need. Archangel Michael says, your dignity has earned divine justice. And that justice will arrive in the form of a confession you always deserved. Type Amen to get blessing 3222. When they appear, their face will carry the heaviness of everything they couldn't say. But you'll see it in their eyes, they're not who they used to be. They will speak slowly. Carefully. Like every word is sacred. Because now, they know you are not to be mishandled. Their voice will tremble. But their heart will be sincere. And you will feel the truth flowing through them. They're not looking for forgiveness to feel better, they're looking to give you the closure they robbed from you. Type Amen to get blessing 3330. This is your moment of choice. Whether to receive them or release them. But you will no longer carry the burden of, what if? You'll hear what needed to be said. You'll feel the weight lifting. And your soul will recognize that the tables have turned. What they once avoided has become their obsession. What they once feared has become their calling. They have finally realized that losing you wasn't just a breakup, it was a spiritual rupture. One they are now desperate to repair. Type Amen to get blessing 3444. They are being spiritually led back to you, not because you are weak, but because your strength pulled their soul into awakening. You didn't chase. You didn't beg. You became divine proof that real love stands tall even when broken. They now walk in your shadow, hoping for grace. They breathe in the moments they had with you like sacred air. They don't want another chance to just be in your life, they want the chance to serve your soul. To honor the love they buried in pride. Type Amen to get blessing 3555. They are arriving soon. Not in a dramatic way, but in a real, raw, and quiet knock. And when they do, you will already know it was coming. You felt this moment building. You've heard it in dreams, seen it in numbers, sensed it in silence. You are no longer waiting, you are being prepared. And what's coming is not just apology, it's divine alignment. Archangel Michael says, stay grounded. Because what you thought was over is being rewritten in light. Type Amen to get blessing 3666. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20.